problem of having ECQ is not only that we are not allowed to go out, but also to do some of the basic things that we ought to do, especially during summer where the temperature hits 45, is to have our hair cut off.
Hair means differently from different people, especially in the era of rock and roll in 1960s, 70s, and 80s, wherein everyone wears a long hair. Hair could also an expression of personality, identity, fashion, and style. Hair also is a lifestyle for somebody, and for some, it's their everything. The Bible tells us in Corinthians that women's hair is her glory. And also for some, hair is the source of their power. Yes, you heard it right. Source of their power.
I have trouble having a long hair during ECQ, but do you know in the Bible that there's a particular person by the name Samson who have not even experienced having a haircut?
Question: where does the power of Samson came from? Is it from his hair? Samson is from a Danite clan, whose father name is Manoah, and whose mother was a barren. Now, one day the angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "You are sterile and childless, but you are going to conceive and have a son. Now, see to it that you drink no wine or other fermented drink, that you do not eat anything unclean, because you will conceive and give birth to a son. No razor may be used on his head, because the boy is to be Nazarite, set apart to God from birth, and he will begin the deliverance of Israel in the hands of the Philistine."
From the proclamation of Samson's birth, there were three aspects we'd like to share with you this morning. Number one, a special promise. It's because both parents have the hard time to have a child, especially his mom is a barren, but God made it possible for them to have a child. Number two, since this is first time they will have a child, they were given the second SP, strict parental procedure. They are to inquire the angel of the Lord how to raise the child, and they were said that they should not have wine or any fermented drink, they should not eat any unclean food, and lastly, no razor shall touch the head of the boy, because he will become a Nazarite. Number three, that boy is to be raised with a specific purpose. The Bible tells us that he will deliver the people of God, Israel, out of the hand of the Philistine.
Did you know that even Samson loved Delilah? He treated her 3 times, from the fresh bowstring, from new ropes, and even braided hair, all but not able to subdue him. Did you know that Samson fell in love twice with a Palestinian woman? First, with the Timnite's daughter, and second, with Delilah. Twice also in the story tells us that he did not admit and tell his parents what he did. First, with the lion, that he kills it with bare hand, and second, where he take the honey and eat it along the road and give some to her parents, not mentioning that the honey they were eating is from the carcass of the killed lion. Did you know that the power of Samson did not come from his hair, but have a different origin? You can find that in Judges chapter 13, verse 25.
To answer the question, where does the power of Samson came from? It lies in chapter 13 of Judges, verse 25, where it says, "The Spirit of the Lord began to stir to him." And now, there were many accounts where Samson win against the battle against Philistines. And where does the power come from? It lies in different verses, but with the singularity of the passage and a message telling us that the Spirit of the Lord came upon him in power. Three times in the Bible reminded us that it's the Spirit of the Lord who came to him, which is Samson, in power, so that he has this great strength to overcome his enemies. And remember, at the end of the story of Samson, when he was binded upon the pillars and could no longer see his enemies because he was blind, he asked once again to the Lord and says, "Lord, remember me, strengthen me with the strength I once had before, so that I may win against this enemy." And that's what happened. we get it from here? All along when I was still a child, I thought Samson is about the story of a man who's strong, whose hair is his source of his power. But nonetheless, the Bible didn't say it that way. It's a story of a God who's compassionate towards his people in spite of their evil deeds. God saves them. God sent a deliverer by the name Samson, because God is in the business of saving lives, as the Bible tells us, and Jesus himself said in Luke chapter 19 verse 10, "For the Son of Man came to seek and save what was lost." My dear friends, during COVID-19, each one of us is very uncertain of what might lie ahead. But one thing for sure, seek the Lord, because He is in the business of saving life. Come to Him and be saved. Thank you, and God bless.